Hi guys, welcome back. I am here with another book review. I appreciate you all coming back, staying with me, not giving up on me. I know sometimes it take a while for me to pick back up this camera to give y'all a book review, but just be patient. It takes time to read, especially if you got life thrown at you and you have a family and kids. With all that being said, let's jump right into this book. You guys already know this beautiful couple, David and Tamala. We know them from a lot of Tyler Perry movies and plays and other events you might see them at. But I wanted to read a little more about their inside life. So I picked up this book just to read a little more about them. Let me start off first by saying this is a beautiful couple that goes through everything we, me, you, and everybody else go through. She didn't sugarcoat anything in this book. She was honest about her marriage, her ups and downs, their faults, their blessings, and everything. Like pretty much everything that you wanted to know about them, they pretty much gave you that in this book. They just softened it down a little bit, but most of it that I read was pretty honest. So let's jump right into it. They met young, high school sweetheart in a choir. Tamara was going to a different school than David, and David found out that Tamara can sing because she came over and auditioned for um, their choir at David's school for a lead role. And Tamara was really nervous because she was used to singing background at her in her choir. So when she opened up her voice, she knew David knew right away that he was in love just by her voice. And y'all already know Tamara's voice is like heaven gates has opened, especially when she sing "Take Me to the King." That's just my favorite song of all time of hers. Um, so right away they decided to be a couple, and they dated, had fun, did everything a regular couple did, and remind you that they both was raised single family, only had mothers in the household, and they both was raised in church. So Tamala early on found out she was pregnant, and she was very nervous about going home telling her mother that she was pregnant. So they decided to just run to the courthouse to get married, and everything works out for them. They end up getting married, having a baby, and you know, did everything like a married couple supposed to do after that, take care of their responsibility. And so things started to open up, doors started to open up for them, and they was touring, and they was getting opportunity to work on TV as actors. Even though they started off as singers, they didn't know that God was going to open up a door for them to be actors, but he did. And in the process of everything happening in their favor, David got served with some papers. Um, Someone was accusing David of having an outside child. Now, this child happened way before him and Tamala met. So he went on and took the DNA test, and they just raised the baby like their own. No step was ever mentioned in their household. They did not believe that child was a step anything. So they loved their child like their own. They raised their child like their own, and live life. And now the kids are grown. Now it's time for David and Tamala to start enjoying themselves and enjoying life. Um, they also give you a lot of advice about your marriages, about marriages, as far as the argument goes, how you end up arguing about the littlest thing when you could avoid the argument from the start by just taking time to listen to each other, or communication better, and sometimes that just happen in a marriage. If you marry or been in a relationship for a long time, one thing can just flip the other person off, or which words to use towards that person at that time when the arguments is heated. Sometimes you should just take time to pause or walk away and come back later to try to work it out. But Nobody marriage is perfect. We all went through this or going through this right now, maybe. You know, but a praying marriage is a working marriage, I say, because if you praying about it, that means you trying to work towards your marriage. So yeah, they just give a lot of advice about little arguments they got into, and one argument, it was so funny because Tamala was coming in from work. She was tired, just like a regular woman. And David had his mind set on a 5 course meal, and Tamala was like, we have a tuna sandwiches tonight. And David was like, what? The argument blowed up so bad that David got to throwing in things about her family he didn't like, and she got to throwing up stuff about his family. You know, just regular old dumb arguments that we all go through, and something that Satan get a kick out of. Okay, because that's just what he does. He like to destroy marriages, and you know, but God always come and let them know, hey, this is my marriage. I put them together. You cannot destroy what I put together. Okay, so yeah, but if you decide to pick up this book, please do so. Great read, cute book. I love them both as a couple. Um, I hope you guys enjoy this book review, and I will be back. And I can't put a deadline or promise you guys when, but I will be back. And if you like this review, please don't forget to subscribe and give me that thumbs up. Take care, and forever keep God first. Bye.